Capricorn, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your January shift reading in 2020. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shift looks like. So before we get into cards, I want to talk a little bit about the meditation that came through as I was inviting in your energy. It was actually interesting. For some of these January readings, my body has been very expressive in terms of like how I'm receiving the energy that's coming through. I very much have been wanting to move or like express in some sort of gesture. And so for you, I found myself just like really slowly and like luxuriously stretching, like really like luxuriating in the stretch. I was moving so slow, really just sort of opening up, especially in the upper body and the neck and chest and arms, stretching my legs, and I was taking up space, like I'm even wanting to do it now with the camera's on, just like, but I can't help it. I just wanted to like starfish, which might also be really important because the next thing I saw was a red carpet being rolled out. So it's sort of interesting that I just said starfish. That just reminded me of that. So it's something about you taking up space, Capricorn, and luxuriating in the experience of that, and in the experience of slow, sensual expansion. Like it was really satisfying, and it kind of felt like you had like just woken up from a long winter's nap, that sort of a feeling. And then, this like red carpet being rolled out was sort of twofold. At first I saw you rolling out the red carpet for someone else, presumably. But then I saw you walking down the red carpet because I felt like all of these eyes on you. Lots of eyes on you, Capricorn. Some sort of very public display of taking up space. People are noticing your expansion, and it's really beautiful. So now let's get into cards here. So for those of you who follow my channel, you know that typically I like to shuffle right along with you and go on the journey together. This time I chose to pre-shuffle and lay the cards and sit and have my own experience with the cards before sharing them with you. I'm not sure which I like better, but I felt I really needed to do that with these January shift readings. For those of you who are looking for the shuffle experience, the extended is where it's at for this one. So the shape you are shifting out of, Capricorn. Very interesting. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire, and Scorpio energy. Look at all that red. Shifting out of this energy. I just want to show you this before I explain it. And into this energy. This is the shape you're shifting into. Pentacles, baby. 8 of coins. 3 of coins. This is your element right here. So I think you're going to be happy to know this. Okay, you're shifting out of this energy and into this energy. Look at the stark difference. It's like, what's changing this month, Capricorn? What has changed in your life? What's happening? Because you're shifting from this energy, which is very intense, a lot of intensity coming out of these cards, into this energy, which is much lighter. It's very productive. It's very grounded. It feels very collaborative. This feels like you. This feels like you, Capricorn. You're shifting into a shape that is allowing you to really embody the essence of your nature. Pentacles, earth element, in like a very expansive way. This is the taking up space that I'm feeling. I think it's this earth energy. Let's start you know, I'll show you what this shift looks like. But let's start with this energy. I'm getting some pretty specific stuff here. I'm getting the Persephone myth. There's something going on with this Scorpio energy where this Scorpio is all tangled up in this thorny bush. Okay? The Scorpio is all tangled up in these thorns, in something that they can't seem to quite remove themselves from. And it's interesting because it's almost like this is the Scorpio's own, it's their own trap, you know, because the Scorpio has a thorn on their tail, and yet here they are stuck in their own trap. This could be someone that you're dealing with, but it kind of more feels to me like an energy that you've been tangled up in. And Scorpio is all about the underworld, you know, it's Pluto energy, which we are very much in the middle of here this January, this energy of death type transformation, massive endings in favor of the Phoenix rising again, which is what we see here, the Phoenix rising. There's this, so the Persephone myth is coming through. I'll just tell it briefly. Persephone's picking flowers one day. And by the way, I got this retelling of the myth from Kathleen Callahan at Daughter of Wands. Yes. Daughter of Wands on Instagram. Go check her out. Her teachings on mythology are mind-blowing, amazing. So anyway, her teaching of the Persephone myth goes like this. Persephone's picking flowers in the field one day, and the earth opens up beneath her, and suddenly out comes Hades. There's an invitation for her to go explore the underworld. And she takes that invitation, she joins Hades and goes down to explore this world that is normally unseen for her. She goes down into the depths to explore the underworld. And yeah, there might be some moments where she got kind of tangled up down there. You know, the underworld is not all roses and wildflowers and all spring all the time like it was up on the surface. So she's down here getting kind of tangled up in this underworld stuff. But while she's there, she begins to eat of the fruit. There's the pomegranate, the fruit of the underworld. She begins to eat of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. She begins to gain this next level of knowledge that she didn't have before, that Persephone did not have before. See these eyes? It's almost like the Scorpio with only one eye and the pomegranate with only one eye. When they meet one another, they have two and they can see better. There's something here about going down into the darkness to be able to see clearly with full knowledge, full eyes, and rise again. I'm seeing this Ace of Wands as the torch that was lit. It's like Persephone navigating the underworld in just darkness, like just unable to see, getting tangled up in thorns, feeling their way through. And then suddenly it's like it happens from within, like the soul light, this flame from within suddenly bursts. And there's this torch, and it's like, where did that come from? It came from Persephone. It came from inside. And so suddenly she's got this torch to light the way. She can see. She has eyes to see. And this is the beginning of her ascent back up to the world of the living, the land of the living, as a phoenix. This is a death and a rebirth, Capricorn, that you are coming out of. Major death and a major rebirth, a major phoenix rising. It's interesting too, because this phoenix almost looks like a peacock strutting this stuff. And remember, I felt like there was a red carpet being rolled out and eyes on you, starfish, you know, taking up space. You're ready to rise now from this underworld, like full flame. And the Ace of Wands talks about brand new potential. Brand new, like the fire is lit. Okay, so it's like then you rise back up to the surface, and the shift looks like this. We've got 3 pairs that we're working with today. Here's the second pair. King of Swords and Leo energy. Yeah, it's like you come back up from whatever journey you have been on. It's been very deep, a little tangly, or maybe very tangly. But you know now more than you knew before, you know? It's like, I was gonna sing a musical, but I'm not gonna do it. Into the Woods is what I was gonna sing, but I'm not gonna do it, okay. Okay. You're coming back out as the King of Swords with this truth. You've got this truth now. This sword of truth. You know who you are. You know what your truth is. And you're ready to express it. You know, this is the light of the full moon. This is like something being ready to be released. It's like your truth now is ready to be released from you. Ready to be unleashed. Ready to be expressed. Speaking of expression, Leo. Leo is all about self-expression. Expression of that fire that you gained down in the underworld. It's like, this is the prize. For me, fire is the soul. It's like, God, Capricorn, you just got your soul back. It's like you made a deal with the devil and you had to go down and get that soul. You had to go back down and retrieve your very soul from the clutches of the underworld. And you did it. And you had to die, I think, in order to do that. And now it's like, here's the rebirth. I'm speaking metaphorically, obviously. And part of your rebirth is now that you're coming out with this level of self-mastery as the King of Swords, where you have a sense of ownership over your truth that cannot be shaken. A sense of ownership over the way you are able to communicate and express who you are. You know, it's like there's a little journey that happens here. See the little like pointy gold things behind the head of this King of Swords? It goes from that to like pow with the golden sunflowers just like all out, like bam, Leo energy. Hello, this is me. Everybody see, world, I'm taking up space. This is who I am, right? The lion, this fierce beast. I'm not afraid to be this beast that I am because it's my truth. It's who I really am. There's a level of confidence and like inner security and self-worth that is like sexy, Capricorn. It's just like, this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm ready to release this to the world. I'm ready to unleash whatever truths need to be spoken because shit, I already died, went down to freaking Underworld, got my soul back and came back up. Literally, you know, it's kind of like once you go through an experience like that, there's a level of like, I don't have any shits to give anymore. I'm ready to just be myself. That's what this feels like. And, you know, there is a very obvious spotlight here. It's also an eclipse, which is kind of cool. In this section, we've got a full moon and we've got an eclipse here. So this could be talking about this Capricorn Cancer eclipse axis that we're finding ourselves in. The solar eclipse, the new moon eclipse in Capricorn is on the 26th, the evening of the 25th into the 26th of December. And then the lunar eclipse, the full moon eclipse, is in Cancer on January 10th. All right, so this is a major portal. It's a major opening, and I'm seeing this now as like the portal between these eclipses being the red carpet, and it is your season, Capricorn, so come on, you know, it's like the red carpet is rolled out for you and you get to now walk through this portal, step through this doorway of these two moons, just like absolutely taking up the space that you deserve to take up in the world. You're really coming into your power, which you have very recently rescinded. You know, like very recently gone on a recon mission to go get. And Capricorn, I think you got it, because now the shape you're shifting into, you're coming out the other side here in your element. Pentacles in abundance. We've got the eight, of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Focused. Absolutely focused on, what am I building? What am I building now that I'm out of the underworld and I'm back up in the land of the living here? I'm back on earth. You know, I'm out of this entanglement or whatever, and I've got my soul back. Now, what am I building? Let's get to work. That's what this feels like. Look, you've got your collaborators now. You've got the collaborators you really need, who are going to work with you, who are also earth energy, who are like, bam, I'm right here with you. Yes, we know how to build this. Yes, we're ready to do it. Tell us what to do. What are we doing? How are we building this? How are we working together? How are we collaborating to build what we want to build? This could be work related. This could be relationship. This could be quite literal. Maybe you're building something, because it sure looks like it. We got cards of craftspersons here, big time. Getting down to work on something very real and very tangible. Now that you have your soul back. I know, it's just so funny that that's the story that came through. Oh my gosh, let's just check the bottom of the deck here. Oh, great. Yeah, boom, back to earth. Back to earth, baby, back in your element. I love it. I'm morbidly curious. I have to see what's underneath. Yeah, more pentacles, earth structure, new framework. Starting from the bare bones. Starting from bare bones, got this new framework and this new level of structure. You know, 2020 is all about structure. This is the year of, you know, you add 2 + 0 + 2 + 0, and numerologically you get 4. 4s are all about structure. 4 walls, you know? 4 sides of the square. We've got a new scaffolding, a new infrastructure, all these building metaphors that are coming. And what a beautiful progression from the 3, finding your collaborators that are in alignment with your energy, to the 4. Now getting down to this restructuring, to this building of the framework. It's good. It's really, really good, Capricorn. Okay, I couldn't help it. So the last one. King of Wands, exactly. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. This is so full circle, you know? It's like you come back to earth after having gone down into that underworld, but it's like you needed to go on this underworld journey to get your soul back, and now look at you blazing. King of Wands, you beautiful, powerful being. Just talk about the red carpet. You're ready to walk in your power. Ooh, yeah. That's the red carpet. You're ready to take up space with your power, with your firepower. Spotlight on you, no problem. Let's do this. Capricorn, oh man, watch out. Okay, let's get you up postcards from the liminal space here to close out this part of your reading. What's the guidance for Capricorn here in January 2020? Okay. What? Invisibility mode. You know I gotta get clarity on that, because all I see is you on the red carpet, so I'm a little bit like, what? Can we clarify that, please? Okay. That's interesting. Let's see what this says. Oh, that's kind of a sweet bit of clarity. Unexpected, not where I was going with that. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the directive. Look at that. I just got done saying you're about to like walk out on the red carpet, all eyes on you, take up space, spotlight on. And now look, we have the spotlight on and it says invisibility mode and it's not about you. Yeah, you know, it is something larger. I think it partly what they're saying is like it's something larger than you here. Part of me wants to tell you, like, especially this person in the spotlight on center stage looks like they could get a little insecure. And it's like, don't get insecure because it's not about you like that. It's not about you in that way. Whatever you're doing is larger than you. And it's like, you have to remember that. Whatever you're doing is much larger than you. Try not to get too caught up in the stage fright that can happen when suddenly you feel like all eyes are on you, or suddenly you feel like your business is very much public for some reason. Don't be afraid. It looks like this person is sort of shrinking under the spotlight. And remember, all I saw was you expanding. Starfish, take up space, you know? It's like, don't be afraid to take up space. If you ever have like voices of insecurity that make you want to like feel it slip back into invisibility mode, it's like, remember that, you know, if you get voices that are talking to you saying things like, oh, they're laughing at me, or they're talking about me, or people are gossiping about me, they've got things to say, or everyone's got their opinion, or maybe, you know, you're coming out with your work or something and people are like criticizing your work, or they, you know, now suddenly everyone's got an opinion that they're sharing with you for whatever reason. Just remember your power, Capricorn. Remember who you are. Whenever you need to retreat into invisibility mode, you can. But it's like, you know, maybe you don't need to. Maybe you don't need to shrink under that spotlight. Maybe you could feel it. I also, you know, when I was like trying to figure out what the heck these cards were talking about, I felt like this, if we took away invisibility mode, this looks like a blank slate. Like a clean slate. That's kind of what this feels like. There's a new beginning, Ace of Wands. Now that you've got like, you've retrieved your soul, your passion, your desire, the essence of who you are, and the essence of your power has been taken. You've taken back your power from whatever this was. Don't give it away just because other people are noticing. That's very interesting. Remember, it's not about you. There's something larger happening here, Capricorn. It's like, let it happen. Stay in your power. Stay in your power. Okay. Interesting. All right, we're going to take this into an extended reading now. A little extra special extended because it's 2020. We're moving into a new decade. So I'm going to not only pull clarifying cards for this whole spread and see if we can get clearer on what exactly this underworld journey was for you. Like what did you have to get your soul back from, you know? And then like where you're being, you know, there's this eclipse portal now where you can really express your truth and express the authenticity of who you are. So let's look into that a little bit more. And then we will look into all this beautiful earth energy. What are you building, Capricorn? What are you working on? Okay, so we'll get into that in the extended, but we will also do a 2020 overview. We're looking at the quarterly energy for Capricorn. The first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter overview in January. This is a smaller snippet of a larger offering that I offer called the Wheel of the Year reading. It's one of my favorite offerings. So if you're interested in seeing what energetic guides are coming out for you for each month of your next 12-month cycle, the next year, 2020, let me know. The Wheel of the Year reading might be for you, and you can check that out on my website. All the links are in the description below. So listen, if you'd like to view this extended, stick around. There'll be a little preview at the end of this reading for you to see if it's resonating. If it is, click the link in the description to take you over to Patreon. Patreon is a space I have created for those who have been resonating with my work for some time and are interested in receiving the extended readings to the monthly shift readings each month. Okay, so if that sounds like something you might be interested in, go check it out. You can read the description all about it, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions there. All right, y'all. Happy New Year and happy birthday. Thanks for watching, Cap. Talk to you soon. Just absolutely bursting. Whoa, this is Persephone. This is you bursting back up from the underworld. I got my soul back. Whoa, look at that, Capricorn. Oh my God. Talk about it, you know, like the trumpet sound, it's Judgment Day. Like this is you coming out just like absolutely fabulous and ready to starfish. I'm back. You know, talk about taking up space. Like, yes, taking up space. Ooh la la. What else can you tell us about the Leo energy? Oh wow, Six of Cups. Reuniting with a love, maybe, or reuniting with your, you know, if this isn't a specific person you're reuniting with, it could be that you're reuniting with a version of yourself you haven't seen in a very long time.